What's up, you guys? Matt Jablonski here with the Point of Change. It is Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central, so it's time, as always, for the Point of Change meets. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're watching this live, give me some likes, give me some loves, give me a share out in any addiction groups you may be a part of or onto your own page if you wish. And if you are not watching this live, drop me a hashtag replay and still hang out with me. We got an awesome one for you tonight. I am joined by Lonnie Lucero-Lopez from Elk City, Oklahoma. She has come to share her testimony with us tonight. Let me give some welcomes and then we'll get this show on the road here. Dana Moore, good evening. How are you? Amy Leanne, good to see you. Patrice Wasp is here. Caitlin, Patricia Tanner. How are you? How are you, my love? Patrice Wasp, Jason Moore, good evening. Good to see you. Dana says shared. Thank you for the share, Dana. Love you so much. Belinda King Moore. Joe Paulson, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Pam Valesner's here. What's up, Pam? Let's see. Angie Hornback, good to see you. John Ruby, thank you for joining me. Catherine Gavin, how are you tonight? Joni Faulkner. Kelly Hug, love from West Bend, Wisconsin. Well, love right back at you from Whitewater, Wisconsin. Patrice Wasp, how are you? Good to see you. Shared out. Thank you, Patrice. Lynn Latour, good evening. Guys, make sure you hit that share button. Give me some likes. Give me some love. Share this out a couple times if you would. BC Young, what's up, fam? What's up, BC? How you doing? Good to see you tonight. Pam, good evening, Maddie and family. I'm going to try and stay awake. Thanks, Pam. I appreciate that. My guest tonight is falling asleep on me, too. We're all going to pass out, that's for sure. Tammy Brooks, how are you? Sheena, good to see you. Kendra, thank you for joining me. Jason Moore, I will watch a little bit because I go to work at 4 a.m. Right on, brother. You can always catch the replay tomorrow morning, guys. Allison Smith, love you sharing now. Thank you, Allison. I appreciate that. Guys, I won't waste too much of your time. I'm going to bring my guest on. So, guys, throw up every heart in the world and help me welcome Lonnie Lucero-Lopez. How are you tonight, dear?
Hey. I am great. I'm so tired, but I am so great. I'm really excited to be here.
It's hard to match my energy, I know.
I'm telling you. I was even like listening to some worship music earlier, like trying to pump myself up, and I was like, no, I think I just wore myself out a little more.
Well, that's sometimes dancing takes it out of you, you know. Now, I had a good day today. How was your Sunday?
It was great. I actually sang at church this morning, and this is my first time singing at my new church. And I mean, they didn't boo me off the stage. It was pretty great.
That's all we can ask for, right? Just don't boo you off the stage.
Yeah, I'll just ignore the fact that half of you are wearing hearing aids.
Exactly. So we were talking a little bit before we got started. Did you grow up in Clovis, New Mexico? And then you now live in Elk City, Oklahoma.
I do.
Awesome. With 17 months clean. So why don't you tell us, when did this all begin? What was your, where did it all start for you?
Well, I mean, my mom was a drug addict, and I had two dads. So I had like my biological dad and then my dad, like my stepdad, and they were both also drug addicts. So I was just kind of like, I grew into it. I think I was like 15 the first time I smoked meth, like opened up a counter door and I was like, I'm gonna try it. And then like a week later I was shooting up. And so I spent like all of my teenage, young adolescent life just running the streets, doing the absolute most. And then my aunt passed away. My mom's little sister passed away, and I got like yanked over here to Oklahoma because that's where my family was. My family was out here, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna get clean. Like, and I was young, so I mean, it wasn't very hard. And I moved to this like little bitty hick country town. Like I couldn't find drugs if I wanted to, and it just and then I got pregnant a few months later, and I had my daughter. And so like I just thought that drugs were, a thing of my past. Like I still drank and I still partied and stuff like that. And but I stayed for the most part, living a decent life. And then in 2016, my dad passed away. My stepdad, he died. Yeah, he had and he had just got out of prison. So he got out of prison. He was only out of prison for a total of 3 weeks before he died in a double homicide. And
Oh,
so, and I'd been going to church, and I'd been, like I'd been going to church, and I knew who Jesus was. And so something in my spirit was just like I couldn't believe that like the most important man in my life might have went to hell was my thought process there. And it just, like it just led to destruction, like all of like, cause I had quit drinking. I was working, I was helping my pastor at my church. I was like a leader in Celebrate Recovery. I was doing all these things. And then I started closet drinking and just, numbing some stuff. And then like less than a year later, like 4 days short of a year later, my biological dad died. He got a shot of fentanyl and died
oh,
immediately. And I just like, yeah. And it was just like so much. I was like, I can't do this. So I took off back to New Mexico. My intentions or my plans were to just have my dad's funeral and come back. And I just stayed. Literally within like 3 weeks, I was shooting up dope again. And in a total of maybe like 2 months, I started shooting up heroin as well. And
oh, wow. So
I
right
just
back
got really
down
lost.
again.
And yeah, yeah. And at this point, my daughter was 5, and I had my 5-year-old with me doing all of this. I mean, I just, it was my grief, like you can't put an excuse for your addiction, but that's, I was so confused and I was so lost. And then, so we lived like that for about 2 years. We just stayed completely. I mean, I got an apartment and stuff, and we kind of hopped around for a while and just kind of lived in the streets and then, I was watching my kid play on the floor one day, and I was like heroin sick, and I was just watching her, and I just felt this voice that was like, you're not taking very good care of her. If you don't take care of her, like I'm going to give her to somebody that will. And I was like, no, you ain't. And so, I mean, that was like my drive. And we came back to Oklahoma, and God just orchestrated this like amazing group of Jesus loving recovery people like in my path. Like, I mean, it just like, I didn't just get like one sponsor. Like I literally got like a whole community of people that just surrounded me. Because when we got to Fairview, like I had abandoned my apartment. So at this point we were homeless, but I was homeless for the right reason. I was like I'm here, like I'm supposed to be here, and I need to get sober. This is where my church family's at. Like, I don't know what to do. So a church put us up in a motel for a few days. And my mentor, Heather, she came alongside me, and she was just like, are you going to do whatever it takes? And I was like, yes, like whatever it takes. So I had actually, like I'd asked God, what am I supposed to do? And so I had filled out an application to go to Teen Challenge. And that meant
Okay.
separating myself from my daughter. It meant, you know what I'm saying? Like it meant having to leave my daughter with somebody else so I could fix me. And as soon as I came completely, like I was just like, all right, God, I'll do it. He was like, no, you don't have to. And I was like, whew. And so, I mean, and I just, I got this job. I was a car hop at Sonic there in Fairview. And my managers there were just this whole family. It was like a husband, a wife, and their 2 sons. And they're just this awesome Jesus loving family that like they taught me, work ethic. And, I mean, we talked, none of them had ever done drugs or anything like that. And so I was kind of like, we just bounced stuff off each other all the time. And I grew. That's actually who I moved here with to Elk City. They left Sonic in Fairview, and so we kind of followed them here to Elk City, and they transferred me over to this Sonic.
Oh, nice.
And so that's kind of
the
it.
Man. That's great though. That's awesome. So what did you mean exactly when you said that, the minute you surrendered and said you would go, that Jesus said that you didn't have to? What did you mean by that?
Okay, so I'd like filled out the application, and I don't want to share her name because I don't know how she would feel about that. But this woman at one of the churches there, she had worked the Teen Challenge program, and she like had like the ends on it. And so it was like, pack your stuff. You are taking some white t-shirts. Like I was going, like I was leaving my kid behind, and I was going. And then immediately, like as soon as I had surrendered, and it was just like, all right, there was just, you don't have to, like if you, it was just my pastor, a couple of my friends, like if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. Like you are fully capable of doing this here. Like, you have help. You have people that love you. Hey, and then this other girl was like, hey, we're starting a Celebrate Recovery program. I know you don't have a car, but I'll drive you. I feel like this program opened specifically for you. Like, it just, and I was like, I don't know, like, Celebrate Recovery. And she was like, there's good food. And I was like, all right, I'll go. And I like, and I like fell in love completely with those people. And I worked my 12 steps in order with my months of sobriety. So, and I worked those. I didn't miss a meeting for like a whole year. I was on it. Like, I was like in rehab, out of rehab for that first year. And
wow.
it just,
That's
it worked
awesome,
great.
though. And yeah, like you said, like, so they started those meetings right when you got sober too. So your meetings were lining up like literally from the beginning. That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's this this book of your bucket list that you have?
I dug it out just for you, actually. Okay, so Embrace Life is I worked 3 programs. I worked the Celebrate Recovery program, Grief Share, and then Embrace Life. So Embrace Life is like, it started out as Embrace Grace, and that's for like pregnant moms. And then they also have like a cousin that's Embrace Life, and that's for single moms. And so I worked this program, and we went to this like ladies' night, and they gave us this bucket list journal. And so we're all sitting there, and she's like, the lady on the video is like, like, I need you to write down just random things that you want to do. Like, there's no limits, like there's like, money's not an issue, just like things that your heart desires. And I started out with like, I want to baptize women in Curry County Jail. And then my next one is I want to go live with the Sober Momster, The Point of Change, and Tiffany Jenkins. And it's followed by I want to help deliver a baby.
That's awesome.
So I'm not delivering any babies tonight, but I'm definitely knocking something off a bucket list tonight.
That's great. That's beautiful right there. Manifesting your future. Make it so, and I like that whole idea of writing down, a bucket list or making goals, all of that is so helpful in your recovery. If there's one thing you had to say that's like your key to your recovery, what would you say it is?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like hands down, man. Like, I couldn't, like, none of this was on my own. Like, my testimony ain't my testimony, it's his, and just the mighty power that he can do. I'd went to a meeting once, actually, when I got here. I'd like tried out their Celebrate Recovery because it's just something that like I want to stay a part of. And that meeting wasn't necessarily for me. It was just a different group of people, and I just wasn't really feeling it. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna try out an AA meeting. And so I like hit an AA meeting one day, and I wasn't aware that like you were supposed to like refer to like your higher power. And I was like, man, Jesus loves you. Like, and Jesus loves you. And I was like,
we don't deny the name
of our
like, Savior.
Yeah, like, and I mean, and nobody was offended. They were just like, she came from CR. Like,
yep, she doesn't know our ways, I've been there too, though. I've been invited to speak at NA events and stuff, and I like right away tell them, I'm not a member of NA, but so if I break your traditions or something, I really apologize, but thank you for having me come,
Yeah.
It's cool though. At least,
Yeah,
at least they accept me. That's what I really like. So what is your recovery date?
What is my what?
Your recovery date.
My recovery date is February 5th, 2019.
Oh. I still haven't found my recovery twin. You're close though. I'm February 3rd, 2017. So what was your drug of choice out of that?
And I know that it's crazy. Like the heroin thing, like my body was like reliant on it from the first time that I did it. So like my body just couldn't not have it. And it was weird for me, but like I was a meth head for so long and that's still like, I don't know, Mexicans call it ansias. I guess it's kind of like like anxiety or like anxious, like when you crave, like that kind of feeling. And it was like it was meth for me. Like I was like, no, like like coming off of heroin was the worst, like the worst thing that I have ever been through. It was horrible. Like I would rather have like 10 babies at once than kick heroin ever again. Like that was awful. But like I was just, but yeah, like I was a meth addict, but I don't think I cared. I think I was kind of like what you would call like a pocket junkie. Like if you had it in your pocket, I would do it.
Mm-hmm. I think that, yeah, I was right there too. It didn't matter what you had, I was going to do it. But my meth was always my go-to. Let's see. Michael McNeil says, thank you
I
for
seen your
sharing.
live today about comparing church.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I had seen your live today about like comparing church to Adderall, and I was like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt this morning. It felt like I was craving my church, is what it came down to. And I definitely, I still am, but I'm very thankful that I was able to realize that this morning, that I am craving my church. I wish I could be there right now. Let's see. Let me see if we have any questions in the comments here. If anybody has a question for Lonnie, you're more than welcome to throw it up. Jason Moore says, sorry about your dad. My dad died of double homicide when I was 2 years old. Oh, well, my heart's with both of you guys, man. That's rough. Anybody that's lost a parent knows
It is.
it's rough.
I actually it is. I actually got the opportunity to speak to the other man's wife, and it was like I have never had like a more intimate conversation with anybody before. Like, and it was literally just like 5 minutes of, like I just want you to know that like I hope that you can forgive, us, and we forgive you. Like none of us did anything wrong. Like we weren't there. It was just, it was just a really horrible night, and I'm sorry because see, like I was 25 without a dad and I was losing my shit, and he left behind a 2-year-old little girl. And I was just like, man, like I'm sorry. And it was really cool. Like we hugged, we never talked again after that. Like we had like during our discussion, it was like, yeah, like we're gonna be friends now, and we never spoke again after that. But I did. That was really what's that word I'm looking for? That was closure for both of us that I think was really needed, and not a lot of people get that. So I was very blessed to have that.
No, that's absolutely amazing. And that's that's really big of you too, to be in that situation and take, the opportunity to give both of you closure. Let's see. Amy Leanne. Thanks for sharing your amazing. Thanks for sharing. You're an amazing woman. I'm so proud of you. Would love to stay, but got to get ready for bed. 4:30 comes early. It definitely does.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
I will be there shortly.
Yeah. I won't keep you very long. We'll maybe run this. It's already been 20 minutes. If we can hang out for 10 more minutes. Is there anything else you wanted to share with us tonight about your page that you got or anything like that?
I did. I started the Sober Mama Life page like a year ago, and it didn't, like I was telling you earlier, like it didn't really do what I thought it was gonna do, but mostly it's because I'm lazy. If we're being real honest, I mean, I just kind of neglected, just life calls and stuff. But there was this one girl this one time, and I do like I go and I check it, like because I mean, like it pops up in my regular Facebook notifications, like when I have messages on there. So I do like I check it, and I have like quite a few like one-on-one conversations with people, and people who had like been sober for a little bit and are wanting to get high, or like just single moms, just like my kids aren't listening, like it's just a real bad day, like I don't know what to do, just like talking people through stuff. But there was this one girl, and she actually lived like 20 minutes away from where I was from, and she was just, I mean, she was just losing it. She like, she was out of money. She like was like on the verge of losing her kids. She actually ended up losing her kids and then getting them back. But she was like on the verge of losing her kids, and she had relapsed. And she was just like, I just stumbled across this page. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, hold on. And so I was like, well, you live in Texaco, and that's like really close to Clovis. Like, hold on. And So I kind of just I went through and I found one of the mentors from Clovis, one of the people who like helped kick me out of New Mexico to get sober. And
Oh, okay.
I just like put them in each other's paths and like, and she actually like worked a program, got her children back. She's doing good. She's a manager somewhere now too. And like she's doing really great. She checks in with me every couple of months. Like, I just want you to know, like, I'm still sober and thank you so much, and I'm like, that was the goal of that page. Like if nothing ever comes from it, but that one thing that happened, like I'm satisfied.
That's where it's at right there. That's where it's at. And I know I totally feel you. There's a lot of people out there, that have a page that, they might not necessarily do all the posting that others do, but they're there, and that's just as needed too. We need as many people that are willing to just talk to people as we can get. So how long? I was going to say, how long have you done the Sober Mama live page? But
I think about a year. Like it's been about a year.
Okay.
I followed Krista Turner, like the Point of Change, Krista Turner and Tiffany Jenkins, and then this girl Winelda. She's never done drugs. She's not a sober advocacy or anything like that. She's just a mom who like goes through shit. But I've watched like these 4 pages like consistently throughout my whole recovery process, and I was just like I want to do something like that. And like I was just like on the phone one night in the middle of the night, and it just happened, and it actually like it got like a whole bunch of likes like in a real short amount of time, and I was like, all right, it's working. And then, but like I said, man, I just like I neglected it, and I have apologized. I'm like, look, guys, 7-year-olds, like little kids are like that's a full-time job in themselves. It just like they're so needy. Like she needs my phone all the time. So like to actually be there and sit down and be consistent with it. I'm not in that season of my life right now to be able to do that, but I am so thankful for those of you that do.
Right on. And that's a big part of it right there too, is being in that season of your life too. And, you got a lot going on, and it's still awesome of you to even step up and create a page, No. Well, Lonnie, if you got anything else any other messages you want to share with these people, and then I will let you get out of here. I know you're a busy woman.
I love you guys and thank you for letting me be here. And, just if you're in recovery or you're working on it, just keep on keeping on. Don't quit. Don't stop. I mean, like chase your sobriety like you would chase that next high. Like that is like my advice.
Right.
Find you a church that doesn't feel like Adderall, and like get you a Bible and just love on Jesus and love yourself.
Definitely. I think we can all agree with that. I can for sure. Well, thank you, Lonnie, for coming and sharing with us tonight. This was awesome. I'm glad to get you on here and hear your story. I see your name in the comments all the time, so it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so thankful. Like I knocked this off my bucket list, bro.
Right on. That's awesome. That's an awesome example of manifesting your future right there, that you wrote this down and now it's happening, so that's beautiful right there. It really is. All right, Lonnie. Well, thank you for sharing with us, and have a wonderful night, dear.
All right, you too. Good night. You're going to have to kick me off because I don't know how to turn it off.
All right. You're gone. There you have it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the Point of Change meets Lonnie Lucero-Lopez. Thank you, Lonnie, for joining us tonight. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us and hearing that story. Let's see. Next weekend, I am joined by Stephanie Wagner. She's going to come hang out with us and share her daughter's story. Her daughter passed away from an overdose. She has never shared this story before, but she's looking for an opportunity to spread that message. So I, of course, gave her the opportunity to come on here and share with us. So she said she might need a little extra encouragement while she's sharing. She gets a little teared up and a little tore up while she shares this story, of course. Also, I want to let you guys know, if you want to sign up to become a supporter of the Point of Change, you can get your name and your recovery date added to the banner behind me. Go over to patreon.com/thepointofchange and get signed up. There's a link in the description of this video. There's also a link in the description to my merchandise. If you're looking for hats or shirts or coffee mugs or anything like that, you can go over there. But a heads up on that one. This week is my dad's birthday on September 23rd, and my dad was a huge influence to everything I'm doing here with the Point of Change. So from September 23rd till September 26th, we will have 10% off on all the merchandise on my page. So just wait until then if you're going to go buy something and save yourself 10%. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here on the Point of Change. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay clean.